This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I'm not jumping off the bandwagon, but right now there's very little optimism when it comes to the Boston Red Sox. They're going to, and I do believe this emphatically to this point right now as they've dropped 2 in a row and the first 2 games of the series against the Yankees, they're going to be a wild card spot, but they may back their way into the playoffs here in 2025. Yankees never trailed 2 in the first against Bello. They have not trailed in the series, and really, they've won in convincing fashion in both of these first 2 games at Fenway. With that, we welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller, MLB on ESPN Radio, college baseball regionals on the ESPN networks, Longhorn Network, ACC Network, SEC Network, 10-plus years in the minors, national show host, ESPN Radio, satellite radio, and a guy with a dangerous amount of useless baseball information. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, on the Locked On Red Sox podcast is also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, and wherever you get your podcast, you can download our version of the Locked On Red Sox postcast as we are providing reaction. I'm a little distracted. I'm a little disgruntled here. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. And if your first $5 bet wins, you're going to get $300 in bonus bets to use across the FanDuel app. Download the FanDuel app today. We do want to hear from you, our first-timers, our everydayers, yes, our Royal Rooters. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, we'll remind you, misery right now loves company. Hit the comment button. Share your thoughts. Garrett Crochet is going to make a start on Sunday against the Yankees after another loss. He's done that a lot this year. Not as much of late, but he's going to do it on Sunday as the Red Sox are going to look to salvage the final game of the 3-game series. Brayan Bello, like Lucas Giolito on Friday night, just needed a whole heck of a lot more from you with Saturday's start.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Is demoralizing the right word to use? The Red Sox down 2-0 in the first inning. Judge a home run to open up the scoring Friday night in Game 1 of the series. Bello ahead of Trent Grisham, 0-1 in the count. Hits him. Leadoff man aboard in the top of the first inning. A double, a walk, to Judge. 2 runs across in the inning, 2 strikeouts to leave the bases loaded. Actually could have been a lot worse in the first inning against Bello as he threw 26 total pitches and faced 8 batters in that first inning. It's like the balloon. Hey, Big Papi throws out the first pitch. Pedro threw out the first pitch Friday night. Guess what? Doesn't matter. That balloon pop, there goes any momentum. And it's not like, there was huge momentum with David Ortiz, but that play should have been rocking and rolling for at least the first couple of innings. Didn't happen. Down 2-0 after 1, down 3-0 after 3, and then in the 5th inning, why not? Bello retires Judge. Bello retires Bellinger. Bello gives up a home run to Chisholm after he had retired 8 straight batters. A 2-out solo home run. Chisholm, 3 hits, home run, 3 RBIs in his 3 at-bats against Brayan Bello. 4-0 at that point. Bregman a home run in the 5th inning to make it 4-1. Jarren Duran off the bench with a home run, a pinch hit home run, first pinch hit home run of his big league career. That made it a 4-3 ball game. And Aroldis Chapman now for the 2nd straight outing. That 9th inning, Chapman retires the first 2. Judge a single, moves to 2nd on a wild pitch, scores on a double off the green monster by Bellinger. Bellinger to 3rd on a wild pitch, left there. And then in the bottom half of the 9th inning, you know what's happening. They didn't need that run in the top of the 9th inning. Bednar retires the side 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the 9th. The Red Sox against Fried had opportunities. Hey, Nate Eaton, when you're at first base and there's a single in the left field, there's nobody out, stop at second base. You didn't in the 2nd inning. You ran into the first out of the inning as Sogard reached with a little flare single. You thought you had a good read. No, you were out by plenty at third base for the first out. You're not supposed – there's some things I'm just not going to get over, okay? First 2 batters of an inning retired quickly. 3rd batter of the inning, you go up there and swing first pitch. That's ridiculous. Making the first out or 3rd out at third base in a baseball game, that's just general baseball. You don't hit the be over aggressive, I've got great speed, I can make it button in that situation. And then Rafaela breaks an 0 for 12, RBI, or I'm sorry, just a single to start off the fifth inning. What happens? Gonzalez 6-4-3 double play, broken bat, 6-4-3 double play. Bregman hits the home run. Narvaez, sixth inning, Eaton with a single after Narvaez struck out. Sogard with a base hit. First and second, one out. Fried stays in. Connor Wong a base hit to make it 4-2. Luke Weaver comes in. Cedar Rafaela chases a pitch outside the strike zone, strikes out. Then Romy Gonzalez, who did extend his hit streak with a single in the first inning to 13 in a row. I don't care about hit streaks right now. You can't produce fifth inning on in a ball game, I'm not going to like it. So Weaver gets out of that jam in the sixth inning. Devin Williams did the job in the seventh. Fernando Cruz gave up the home run. Hey, by the way, Nathaniel Lowe off the bench to pinch hit for Narvaez as Alex Cora kind of emptied the bench. But Lowe, the shine's off of him right now. The Nationals are saying, yeah, that's the guy we remember. As he pinch hit and was retired, and Nathaniel Lowe is now, 0 for his last 17. It's ugly. It's ugly. So don't worry about the division as the Blue Jays come back and win in walk-off fashion at home against the Orioles. Don't worry about the division. Right now, you're 2.5 back of the Yankees for that top wild card spot. You're the number 2 wild card. Right now, you may very well say to yourself, worry about a wild card spot. And I didn't think this was going to happen. The Red Sox went from having control over their own destiny to getting walked off Wednesday in West Sacramento against the A's. You go 3-3 on that trip instead of 4-4. You could have pulled off a sweep of that series, but you were dreadful with runners in scoring position. You've been dreadful with runners in scoring position, not only over the last 4 games, but throughout the course of the season. Very inconsistent, or consistently bad, I should say. And right now, you're looking at it, and you just want to hold on. The solo dingers, 3 in the series. Eaton on Friday. Bregman hits the pesky pole to get them on the board against Fried. Their first run. Didn't score in the first 4 innings. Did nothing. No hits, no runs against Heel in the first 6 innings on Friday night. Fried picks up another victory. Expecting little right now in big situations. Expecting a mistake to be had. And first Nesson reference, I think Lou Merloni, when Eaton got cut down at third base early on a Sogard single to left field, trying to go first to third, and he's cut down, just trying to do too much. Just trying to make that move. It's not working for you right now. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more on the conservative side. You went from just simply take care of your own business to starting to look at it, and you're starting to feel the footsteps from behind. Mariners on a roll. The Rangers have been playing winning baseball of late. Houston and Seattle. Are you going to let either, whoever the division winner is in that division, the other one's going to be that third wild card, or the Rangers are going to come into play? They are in play right now. You've got just over 2 weeks left in the regular season. As Rick Pitino said about the Celtics and Bird, McHale, and Parrish not coming through those doors, Roman Anthony's not coming through those doors to be in the lineup over the next couple of days, probably over the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Get over it and figure it out. And you could look at the bottom of the lineup yet again and say, well, there are a lot of soft spots in that lineup. But Bregman and Story, this is supposed to be your time. And it wasn't news in the last handful of days that Alex Bregman is going to opt out. It's really not news. That's been on the table ever since he signed the contract. Who knows? But Bregman and Story, those guys have to come through, and they're not. Bregman had the home run. Yeah, okay. First home run since early August on the road in Houston. Not a lot of RBIs of late. And yes, Roman Anthony's not in front of him in the lineup. But Roman Anthony's not the savior right now. He's not coming back. Do you need Willie Abreu back as soon as possible? Abso-bleepin-lutely. Abso-bleepin-lutely. We'll see. One more. Crochet. He's your ace. You need the victory. You want to win series right now, but right now you don't want to be swept at home by the New York Yankees. I'm going to give you a couple more numbers of the night or day on the other side. But the Red Sox now 3-8 in their last 11 at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox are now 7-28 over their last 35 games in September against the Yankees. That's going back a few years. but just 7 wins in 35 games in the month of September against the Yankees. That's not getting it done. That's ugly. Alex Cora made some comments. We're going to discuss that. Plus, we're going to hear from you talking about a 5-3 setback to the Yankees. They get that run in the ninth inning. You can call it insurance, but all it did was prevent the Red Sox from losing a 26 one-run game of the season. They still have 25. There's a number of the day for you. And our Locked On Red Sox postcast is presented by Nutrafol. Let's tell you about Nutrafol. Hey, probably seen millions of ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. Well, there are many products out there, admittedly, and it's hard to know which ones actually are going to do anything. That's why you should give Nutrafol a closer look. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. Not just hype. This is a supplement clinically tested that targets the root causes of thinning and shedding with a proactive approach. You may have started to notice less if you start using Nutrafol, you may soon learn that you have less shedding and healthier looking hair by using the Nutrafol product. Whether you are at work, out with friends, or even just getting ready in the morning, Nutrafol gives you more confidence in your daily routine. You're going to love that Nutrafol is simple to add to your day. 4 pills with a meal, no prescriptions needed, easy. And you can feel good about knowing Nutrafol is NSF certified and backed by peer-reviewed studies. See thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol right now is offering Locked On MLB listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Locked On MLB. Again, that's Nutrafol.com, promo code Locked On MLB. We also are presented by FanDuel. NFL season is here. Week 2 underway. FanDuel is making sure that you are ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your first $5 bet wins, you're going to receive $300 in bonus bets to use across the FanDuel app. You'll love using FanDuel because it fits however you like to bet. Player props, building a same-game parlay, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. It's quick, it's easy, it's the best way to add a little more energy to your Sunday. So, are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com, FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. All right, we will hit your comments here in just a moment. Red Sox, again, 3-8 in their last 10 at Fenway Park. They were world beaters at Fenway. That, no longer the case. Remember, they got swept in that brief 2-game series against the Orioles. It's been almost downhill since then. Brayan Bello, not what you needed. You needed more. He gives up 2 runs in the first inning. He should have come into the start feeling awfully good about himself. Previous 2 outings, beating Max Fried both times, going 7 scoreless in each of those 2 outings. Gives up 2 runs in the first inning. Threw 25, 26 pitches in the first, did the same in the third. And it's kind of Bello reverting back to that Bello that you don't want to have a lot of trust in. He doesn't exude confidence. And that's the outing he has, 5 innings. Lou Merloni said, hey, he could probably go with another inning, but he was close to, he was around 90 pitches or so. You get him out of there. Murphy made you cringe a little bit. Him and Whitlock got the job done. And Aroldis Chapman retiring, facing 50 straight batters without giving up a hit. That's great to talk about. But right now, last 2 outings, yeah, the run, it was an extra run tacked on for the Yankees in the 9th inning. But he took the loss Wednesday in Sacramento against the A's, gave up a double, a single, ball game over. This is where Chapman has to earn the money. And you get him in there because you want to keep it a 1-run deficit. And whether it was 4-3 or 5-3, I believe Bednar was going to go out there, bottom of the 9th inning, and pretty much do exactly what he did. You needed 1 base runner to get to the tying run of the plate. Didn't happen. Offensively, the team simply looks defeated. Where is it coming from? I can't get the job done. Masa Yoshida really needs to pinch hit in the 8th inning, rather. I mean, that guy, there's nothing there. He can't buy a hit. I mean, Masa Yoshida would need to go on a true 2-week tear. And guess what? I don't think that's happening to make you feel confident in him. Just an absolute tear. 2 hits every single game, RBIs. It's not happening. Eaton doesn't scare you in the lineup. Hits a solo home run Friday night. Okay. Sogard, Cedar Rafaela, this cannot happen next year. This cannot happen next year. He is, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 huge steps forward in the first half of the season. Second half, since the All-Star break, nothing. He's taken 3 giant leaps backwards. You just don't know you just don't feel confident in Cedar Rafaela. You have no reason to right now, offensively. Bregman, I mentioned, 6 runs batted in his last 25 games. I feel like you simply should keep Jarren Duran in the leadoff spot for the remainder of the regular season and just leave him there. I don't care who it's against. Lefty, like Fried, even if it was Rodon on Sunday, keep Duran in the leadoff spot. Nathaniel Lowe struck out as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning, hitless in his last 17 at-bats. They're just not going up there with any confidence whatsoever offensively. Yes, you can go through, start with Casas. Roman Anthony, huge. Wilyer Abreu. Boy, remember when you heard Wilyer Abreu? The next time someone goes on the IL, even if it's 2026, I'm going to caution you to use your best judgment. And if they say it doesn't seem serious and maybe it's going to be a short stay, he might be coming off as soon as he's eligible to come off the injured list, don't believe that. A calf for Wilyer Abreu. He's out there taking fly balls. He's been hitting. He thinks apparently he's going to be able to come back and just pick up where he left off offensively. We'll see. Do you believe that? If you believe that, I might have a bridge to sell you. It's pretty. It's really a great bridge. I'm not telling you where it's at. It's all about location when it comes to buying bridges. Let's go to your comments. If I don't have any energy right now or I'm pessimistic, yeah, I am. Just take care of your own business. Win the finale, win 2 out of 3, and then go on the road for the Rays and the Blue Jays, and then you wrap up with Detroit. We'll see. Red Sox diehard leads us off. This team is blowing our playoff hopes. It's horrible. Can't disagree with you right now, Red Sox diehard. The Yankees are our daddies. Hey, by the way, Pedro Martinez, real quick. This is going off the reservation. Let me see if I can do this in less than 30 seconds. Pedro at Fenway Friday night. The Mets had an alumni game of some sort on Saturday. Guess who was in a Mets uniform on Saturday? That drives me a little bit crazy. I know he left Boston to go to New York. But back-to-back days? Come on. That's just not right. Andrew the GOAT, here we go in 3, 2, 1. I'm so mad at the Red Sox right now. Andrew the GOAT. Yes, I'm going to give you one more. The Red Sox lose to the overrated Yankees 2 times in a row, already at home. Yeah, you own the Yankees, and now it's kind of like the other way around. And the Yankees have owned the Red Sox in September. I gave you those numbers of the day earlier. Media Sawdust. I love that handle. It will take a miracle now. No hitting whatsoever. Let's call it a small miracle. I don't even care if they hang on by their fingernails. Just make it. Red Sox die hard. This team has no killer instinct. I can agree with that. Seems like they just pack it in and give up. That was the bottom of the 9th inning. We're playing the Yankees. It's time to fight. I didn't say it out loud. I only said it to myself between my own ears, and there's a lot of real estate there. Drill somebody. Nobody drills anybody anymore. It's very rare. You need some emotion into this. The Yankees have come in and kicked sand, not only put you down on the playground, but they've kicked sand in your face multiple times. Just get it going a little bit. Just get it going. CH Man, our postseason hopes are cooked. They're not yet, but it doesn't feel awfully good right now. I'll give you that one. Yankees win the division for the 50th year in a row. Same script year after year after year. Jules, the post is toast. The postcast is toast? Who do we got? Red Sox die hard. Losing to the Yankees just sucks. Yeah, it really does. It does. George, those teams made trades that worked. We didn't. Yeah, you could kind of say that. LSU, Florida got LSU, FLA got to go. Jules, I'm not sure if we're talking college football there. We are. You guys are getting into some conversations here. Justin checking in. This is what happens when you make a bunch of 4A players a major league team. You know what? I do believe if you're in the big leagues, I'm a firm believer you need to produce. But right now, Justin, agree to agree. Yeah, agree to agree, 100%. Let's get Brownie in here. Brownie 3. If I'm Bregman and Story, the Yankees lineup looking real sweet to me. They need a third baseman and a shortstop. Imagine that. Yeah, if they want to go to New York, go right ahead. I don't think that would be the case. One more. Where's Locked On UConn with Mike Monansky? Probably on the Locked On UConn page. Nick Logan, I would say that. Thanks for checking in. This is the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Mike, he's doing it. Okay, good. On board. Texas is closing fast. Sox will be hanging on for dear life in the next 2 weeks. That also from Nick. Yeah, it's possible. All right, we're going to be on within minutes of the final out. Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. I might be listening to the radio on the Red Sox radio network instead. We'll be on within minutes. Series finale, final game of the regular season with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Garrett Crochet on the mound. That will be Sunday with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. As always, we tip our cap to you, our Royal Rooters, for helping make this the number one place to hang out immediately after every Red Sox game. Locked On Sports, your team, your scuffling losers of 3 in a row Red Sox every day.